Good day, traders. Gakuna Trading. Yes, back to what I was saying. Good day, traders. Sorry, I was managing some of my trades I took this morning. Congratulations to those who executed Swiss franc. Now, today's topic. If you are watching this video, I did not build the screener for fancy. The screener has every bit of my knowledge in it. Now, when we created this screener, we wrote all the rules that I know. 7 years of trading SB, every rule that I know, every type of 3-day template, the day zero template, the inside day template, the direct template, 3 days of breakout traders in the market, FGD, FRD. But I wanted to build a screener for only 3-day setups and 3 days of breakouts, and not for signal days. But the developer advised me to add the signal days. I was like, okay, then if you do that, you have to make an option in the screener whereby traders can choose not to make the signal days active. Okay, they can take that out and they will have only 3-day setups and 3 days of breakouts to look out for, because this is the backbone of the pattern. If you do not know what builds up a 3-day setup, how do you want to trade a signal day? To be honest, how do you want to trade a signal day? If you do not know the build up always leads to the setup. If you do not understand balanced market, Monday's opening range, high and low, how would you understand how to trade the SB style? For learners and for even traders who have been with Stacey for a long time, who still find it a little bit difficult, I built it because when you see a setup, please mark up your charts. The Euro JPY showed a 3-day setup that closed in breakouts. Please mark up your chart. Know why. You have to know why. I did not build it to buy or sell. I built it for you to know the setup, to know what's a 3-day setup, to know what criteria need to be met to call it a 3-day setup, or to call it 3 days of breakout traders in the market. 3-day longs, 3 days of breakouts is not a 3-day setup. They are two different things. 3 days of breakouts, 3-day setups are two different things. The definitions defines them properly. We can have a 3-day setup inside the template. We can have a 3-day setup day zero template. A 3-day setup is a low of week. For this scenario, a low of week to high of week reversal or continuation opportunity. If that market fails at the high, which it has failed currently with what we see here, but we have non-farm payrolls in the market. Who knows what the market is planning on doing? You mark up your chart and know why it says such. Let's take a look at the next one. CAD JPY. The screener says 3 days of breakout longs. Now, if you are in my Discord, you know I already sold this market and I'm in. You know why I am in? The market has failed. Why is it 3 days of breakout traders? Why is the screener saying 3 days of breakout traders in the market? What starts or what builds 3 days of breakouts? When you hear 3 days of breakouts, we are looking at the market breaking out of previous day's highs for 3 consecutive days. Day 1 of longs in the market. Day 2 of longs in the market. It broke out of what? Wednesday's high. Day 3 of longs in the market. It broke out of Friday's high. 3 days of breakout traders. The screener showed 3-day longs. The market is breaking out to the upside for 3 consecutive days. But we need a day 1 low of week or high of week to start either a 3-day short or 3-day longs in the market. Day 1 longs, day 2 longs, day 3 longs. Did they close in breakout? Yes. The screener shows that they closed in breakout. Now, if this market had not broken out, guess what? That is a 3-day setup that closed in breakout if they did not break out of the high. So the screener now picks that up. Let's watch this. The screener picks that data up now. Watch what happens here. See, the screener showed a 3-day setup before the market opens. That is why when the market closes, come and look at your screener. There's an information that you need to take down and write for serious traders. This is not for this is not for joking traders. Like, I'm not here to teach people who are not serious at all. I want to show people who are serious about trading. Okay, the market moves to take out the high. It shows 3-day longs. I'll repeat that replay again. The moment the market broke out of this high, a 3-day setup printed out. Can you see that? The market proceeded to close and broke out again. We have 3-day longs in the market. I built the screener for you to learn, not to buy or sell. You know what the setup looks like. The only thing you need to do now is to apply the rules of trading 3 days of breakout traders, which I have applied, and my take profit level is here. And everybody who have thought about the new rules of trading this market, 3 days of breakouts, should be already in this trade. Now, yesterday, let's take a look at other pairs. Euro JPY. Euro JPY. Like I said, mark up your chart and ask yourself, why is it showing a 3-day setup? Why is it showing 3-day shorts? US oil is showing an FGD. Go to your screener, check that out. But the market is strongly dumping, so be careful. USD JPY. 3-day longs. 3-day longs. And I'm in this market. I'll be sending my screenshot to you guys. All things are possible. To he that believes. If you do not believe, how would you receive? As long as you follow the rules, you make money. Yesterday we were in this buy, and out of balance trade, out of the opening range, everybody made money. They were so happy. Well, today we have the reversal of that range. 3-day setup, 3 days of breakout. 3-day setup is different from 3 days of breakout. So yes, why is it 3 days of breakouts? Day 1 of longs, Day 2 of longs, they broke out again. They broke out again today. Day 3 of longs, peak formation high reversal. Do not counter trend the peak formation. I'll leave it here. Your assignment is to make sure you look at your screener, mark your chart up. On the final day, how does price behave? Sell below bear bars, closing near their lows, underneath the moving average. The take profit level is very obvious. Those of you who have taught this on mentorship should see your take profit levels displayed right now. Let me send this to the Discord. May the markets go with you. Use this as an assignment. Don't farm payrolls ahead of us. May the markets go with you. If you do not have the screener, purchase the screener and learn. If you are a newbie, the screener, I built it for newbies to learn. Know what a 3-day setup looks like. Mark your chart up when it appears. That's all you need. How does price now behaves on this day, on Friday? May the markets go with you 1% better every single day. Thank you, guys.